Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing something a little different today. We're going to be doing Robert Pattinson Batman 2021, so let's see what we can do here, alright? So right now I'm just going to sketch out something real quick, and I'll explain to you why I did it, okay? Alright, so I know that seemed really quick, but I was taught that if it takes you 15 seconds to do a stick figure, then you're thinking about it way too much, and then your drawing could be stiff. So the whole concept is to keep everything loose until you have to tighten it up to finish pencils. So what I did was, it's a basic egg shape right here, okay? Let me dim it. So it's a basic egg shape. The head, that you can draw the head as a circle and then put where the jaw is, but I was taught it's just better to just make an egg. Then the neck. Usually a superhero of, huge proportions actually has a neck that's all the way out to the base of the head, but we're not doing that with him because he's like first year Batman basically. So I got the neck and the shoulders go to about here, right? Because it's 3 heads wide. I talk about that in a how to draw a torso book. Torso video. Shoulder blades. And then curve around like that for the chest. This will all make sense. The Pattinson's a little less beefed up than Affleck, so things are going to be kind of toned down a little bit. He's more streamlined, I guess you can call it that. Affleck is bulky. So, the upside down right there. And then this is where the hips, like this is where the 6-pack is, where it connects down to the hips. And then this is where the obliques are, the outside, the outer abdomen. Like that. And then the body splits in half. Not to sound too creepy. There you go. Okay. Is that making sense? If I go too fast in these videos, just let me know. I'll try to slow down. Shoulders. Alright. Now you're not going to see them equally because of the fact that he's kind of off to the side. Well, he's not kind of, he is looking off to the side. His torso is facing that way. Alright. It's called a 3/4 view. Now, the elbows are about just above the hips, normally. So, there you go. It's like a football right there, right? And it's tucked behind, so you don't see the whole football. Over here, you do see the whole football. And also, rule of thumb is the chest always overlaps this muscle right here. Always. Always, always, always. So just keep an eye out for that, okay? Then you got kind of like a little triangle for the tricep. Yeah, like that. It goes like that. Now you see a little bit of tricep over here, but not so much. Because again, it's off to the side. Now guys, click like and subscribe if you are digging this. I kind of like it. This is a real-time thing. Again, keep it loose. That's why you see me backtracking. I'm kind of chipping away at it. I don't really do that when I draw women, because there's some, you know, the way that I shorthand it, I guess you can call it shorthanding, is you use like more curves. Even if you draw like Wonder Woman, you know, she's bulky. Typically, she's bulky. Like she has more muscle mass, but you still round out her muscles. Whereas, I mean, she could be as jacked as this guy right here, but you round it out. And then this right here is the eyes. The eyes will be, okay? And just put circles right there for now. So about right there. Okay? And about right here. Alright? It's a neck. It's like a V shape. And then there's another piece of that muscle that wraps around here. Okay. And then his ears are about here, but they're covered up by the mask. So we're just gonna put the little bat ears up like that. Because rule of thumb is Batman actually, his ears are like right where his pointy ears go up. All right. Okay, so that's basically the Pattinson outline there. Won't do the whole body. Maybe we could do it later if you want. All right, so now that the underdrawing is done, I'm doing this on computer. I'm just you know, lightening up the layer. If you were to do this in, if I were to do this on paper, then I would just erase it. You see me erasing a lot. It took a while for my son to realize that me erasing my stuff was not me giving up. It was just me clearing things up. We're just going over the lines. Yep. Alright, so you see the egg shape still there. Okay. And then now that we have the underdrawing, we could just do the rest of his suit. We'll worry about the mask, the cowl in a second. So his cowl wraps around from the base of his skull to about here, and it wraps around like this, and then goes like that, and like that, to there. Now you'll see it go like, has to be even, see? Has to be even. Alright. Now his cape is leathery, so there's going to be some serious folds, like heavier folds. So we will start, I guess, on this side. One, about there. Again, over the underdrawing. And then let's do one more right here. Yeah, edge one right here. Because it actually all connects to down underneath the rib cage. We'll go over that in a second. All right. His neck is tucked neatly away in there. There we go. Now his armor rests on his chest. Can't make it look too bulky. Now here's where it gets a little interesting. So the pectorals, it seems like his armor goes out like this. And again, it goes along the lines, the underdrawing. Except here, it's kind of going out into three-dimensional space. So you kind of have to, not guess, but you follow a line like that. And then because it's further out more, it goes in like this now. So there. And like that. Because although this is armor, I guess it's supposed to be like multi-layered, so then he can move. You know, he can still fight. So it goes like that, and then it goes to about that. Now this goes along with his bat symbol. So this goes to about here, and then it goes to about here. Here, all the way down. And that's like where the wings meet. And we'll go over that in a second. All right. Now some of this will be in shadow because he's obviously in shadow a lot. So just get the tone of Batman. Some of this will be shadowed out. All right. Now it's just broken down to a lot of basic shapes here. Now, if you did notice that my cursor disappeared for a second, it's probably because there's a side thing over here. See? What this does is it automatically lets me know what's being drawn on the other side. See, so now I know that over here can be tucked in a little more. And here, be tucked in a little more. See that? Now, one way you can do that without a computer is you just take your picture and hold it pencil first or pen first against the light, and then you see it coming from the back, like you see where it's supposed to be fixed. So all that did was just do an automatic thing, and like a real time, doing that in real time. Some people actually do it in front of a mirror, like they have a mirror close to them, so then they can just, quickly glance back and forth in the mirror. But I never did that when I was at conventions. I just did old school, lift it up to the light. Now, believe it or not, one place that you can actually get some good photo reference is cosplay stores. I don't know how many other YouTubers do that, but I do. Like the abs, obviously, wrap around like that. Like I laid out, it's just this divided up like that. And then from here, like there's already division about here. That kind of looks like an arrow. There you go. This has to allow him, it has to allow him to be able to bend over and fight, so he can adjust his body weight and move freely. So I guess that's where the extra space in between comes in. Alright, now the padding, some nice detail on that. Wraps around about right in here. Padding goes right here. Alright. Then he has like a belt type thing over here. Alright. Then kind of like, it seems like almost like a racy tracky thingy. That. Great descriptions, I know. Alright. Now, this is where there's some folds. Okay. We'll go back up here. Not bad. Then over here. Same deal. Got the bolt thing over here. Where it bends. Yes. Goes from here, middle of the chest to about out to where we met out there. And it goes like that. And the same thing over here. And usually it's a little rounder when you do the bat symbol, but it's very angular because it's made of a gun. So there we go. Now there's a couple of detail in here. This is where the handle is. He split the weapon right in half, so what it seems like. Actually, excuse me. That's better. Okay, now it's time for the face. Okay, now this is where the nose is, so we'll just do a little shape like that. Now one thing to remember, the eyes right along here meet where the nostrils are, so it's going to be an angry face, even though it's kind of like it's a mask. It's a leather mask, basically. And it outlines his forehead with that. Alright, let's see. Now, if you want to get into the shadow, we can do that. Let's see. Now everything lays on top of everything else, so everything casts a shadow on everything else. So it's the cheeks, in a few seconds I'm just gonna go through all the dark areas and just ink it from there, but this is just the initial difficult spots to watch out for. Inside the cowl, this whole section is basically black. Black over here, just all the way through here. Okay. Alright, well, thank you everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Please click like and subscribe, and let me know how you thought about this tutorial. I will probably do this all over again. This is my first try, so hopefully if you guys have any input, just let me know. Hope you enjoyed. Alright, bye.